But you said since the election, you've removed the hysteria drip. You've stopped watching.
Well, I did, but then I wanted to see how he would, and I didn't know that he was just going to come screaming out batshit crazy, full throttle. I mean, I think it says something. And again, I know this is boring, and I'm not saying anybody and I'm not saying anything that no one doesn't know, but
right.
Yeah, there's a lot about Obamacare that was poorly planned. That's absolutely true. But it was better than nothing. But one thing that we never had to do with Barack Obama is go, can we all agree this is a cup? Like, the very first issue was our definition of the truth. Like, we had to go right to the most Orwellian existential. So now we're going to argue what number is bigger. Yeah. 250,000 might be bigger than 1.5 million. We're gonna put that on the table now. Can we just agree that a big crowd is bigger than a small crowd? No, we're not going to agree to that at all. Red equals 5, and if you can't get on board with that, it's like it's right out of the gate. They came knives out, and I think that you have to just go batshit and oppose and obstruct as much as possible until we at least get somebody within the normal
bounds
world of crazy.
Yeah.
Just get normal. I compare it to homeless people in LA and homeless people in San Francisco. In LA, you'll go down to Skid Row and you'll see like a dirty, naked guy with a long, wet beard living in a box. San Francisco, you see a dirty, naked guy with a long, wet beard living in a box wearing a wizard's hat. They just go the extra mile in San Francisco. And that's what Trump is. There's just that extra level of insanity that it pokes me in the eye. It's like, it's like seeing a clown where you don't want to see a clown is different from seeing a clown with an obvious erection where you don't want to see a clown. And that's sort of where I am with it.
This is why I love you, Dana. We need this kind of analysis on CNN, I think. Yeah.
And I don't, well, here's what and I don't care if he means well. Even if he doesn't, and he doesn't mean well, he doesn't. Well, you can't fault him for behaving the way he does, because it's not that he doesn't give a fuck about people. He cares about himself, and he cares about his children, because to a narcissist, your child is a mirror of you. Right. So, and that is the extent.
That's it. That's the whole circle.
And that is the extent of his concern.
Yeah.
And here's the bizarre thing is, and he literally will do or say anything outside of that circle because he doesn't care. And there's weird brilliance in that, in the way that, like, I remember, like, once Michelle Obama went to an event wearing a sleeveless dress, and we were going to have to start the country again because she wore a sleeveless dress to a garden ceremony. And then, but with Trump, it's not even. It's like, cheer about Trump. He bit a homeless guy's eye out. Did he apologize? He was supposed to, but instead he came out with a big wooden mixing bowl, like your mom used to have, and they just started eating spiders. He's like, what about the homeless guy? Yeah. What homeless guy?
Right.
The one-eyed homeless guy. I forgot all about him. That's his genius.
That's it. It's an avalanche of shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's it's hard to to keep track of.
And then protest fatigue settles in. Or,
I don't think that will settle in for a while.
Let's hope not.
Here's what I do, though. I tell my children. I don't have children. That's just an expression. No, I do have kids. When I meet somebody with whom I disagree politically, the more I disagree with them, the faster I say they're right. And I take the time that I would have spent arguing, and I use it to enjoy an ice cream sandwich. And it's a win-win. He'll be a good president because he was a good businessman. I can't believe how right you are. Where's your freezer? We have to give fetuses handguns so they can murder abortionists. You're super double power right. Do you have Klondike bars? But it's also like, I'm going to run the government like I run a business. Only one problem. A government isn't a business, you know?
And all your
Try
business
cooking
failed.
a turkey like a hamburger. See how that works.